Hello everyone out there in the music community. This is Mike or Soldier 777 here, and I figured show you a video regarding some releases I have that was put out in the year 1994. Now as you may know, 1994 was the time in which gone other bands, or not as popular, were the bands of the 80s and 70s. And people were into more the alternative acts, alternative bands. So some of the older legacy bands tried to put out music that's more relevant by slightly turning to, or either in part or completely turning to, or change the style to more alternative type music. And other bands stay true to their roots. So we're going to look at some of these releases here now. Let's get right to it. So here we have Idle Cure, Eclipse. This is the last album from this band, Idle Cure, and this was one band that stayed true to their roots. They have a few or a couple ballads in this one, and a good chunk, about roughly, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, around 60% of this album, 60% of this album is more straight up rock, hard rock. So Idle Cure, Eclipse. Here we have Jerusalem Prophet. This is not my favorite Jerusalem album, but still some good songs on there. Prior to this, Jerusalem was more of a hard rock band, or dance on a fence between rock and hard rock on much of their albums and songs. But this is more of a mellower album, a slightly mellower album than the previous outputs. So Jerusalem Prophet came in 1994. Here we have the first solo album for the band, from Michael Sweet, from the band Stryper. As you may know, Stryper disbanded, or Michael Sweet left Stryper in early 1992, and the band continued on for another year without Michael Sweet for another year or so. So Michael Sweet decided to start a solo career, and this is his first professional album, self-titled album, Michael Sweet. Very, in a straight up rock, hard rock album. Not as heavy as Stryper, but got some great tunes on this one. Michael Sweet's self-titled debut. Here we have Red Sea Blood. This is a Roxx Records reissue, and this is more of a bluesy, straight up hard rock album with Robin Carl-Bizzarri on vocals, and I believe yes, and Badlands basses. Oh my, what's his name? Second now. Yes, Robin Carl-Bizzarri on vocals, Chris Sorensen, which is from the band Fear Not, on guitars, Greg Chaisson on bass, and Jeff Martin on drums. And Greg Chaisson and Jeff Martin was from the band Badlands. There you have it. So this is sort of an all-star lineup here, so it's kind of cool. But Red Sea Blood, and unfortunately, this is the only album put out by these guys. And some of the members of this band was from the band Die Happy, and Die Happy was some of the members from Vengeance Rising formed this band. So a bit of a back history for you there. So very good album. Next up we have the last original album from the band Magdalene. This is the third album. This is an EP, 6-song EP, featuring guitar virtuoso Lenny Cordola. Used to be in the band House of Lords, and also played was in the band Magdalene, Magdalla, with Ken Tamplin. Where Ken Tamplin left that band due to disagreements with him, Lenny Cordola, they changed the name to this spelling here after that point. So this is the third album overall from both bands, I guess, because of Big Bang, Revolution Mind, and now this one, Dirt. So Magdalene's a 6-song EP, came in 1994. There you have it. And it's all acoustic type album. Here you have White Cross Unveiled, and this is the first album that did not feature Rex Carroll on guitars. Instead of it had Barry Graw, which was from the band Halo. It's not a bad album. It's a pretty good album. Got some of the album got some good songs there. To me, this has much more of that Aerosmith vibe, whereas the previous albums more have got that melodic hard rock metal Rat vibe. This got more, to me, gets more of an Aerosmith vibe, in my opinion. Yeah, so it's pretty good. White Cross on Veil came out in 1994. And this is probably almost on par with the previous two albums, In the Kingdom and High Gear. I think those two albums and this one were pretty much on the same playing field. Whereas the first three, I think, is the best ones. But this one, the two prior to this one, it's probably in the same ballpark, you know, in terms of songs and catchy riffs, that kind of thing. So this is Impellitteri, Instrument Master. Now, whereas the ones I just featured, the albums I featured so far, with the exception of Red Sea and Michael Sweet, because Michael Sweet, and maybe Idle Cure. These albums may not be as good as the previous ones, but this one, Impellitteri, or I shouldn't say not as good, but maybe slightly not as good, even though there are a lot of good material on those albums. But this one from Impellitteri is a good album. This is probably one of their best ones. This is the third, I'm going to see, came out in 88, Stand in Line. 92 was Grim Barrett, and this one. This is the third full-length album from this band, Impellitteri, and with the exception of the two EPs. So this featured Rob Rock on vocals, and of course Chris Impellitteri on guitars, and on bass was what's his name? Do it justice here. 1 second, huh? Paletti, his name is. 1 second. Yeah, Chris Impellitteri guitars, James Emilio Puli bass, Rob Rock vocals, and Ken Mary on drums. Now Ken Mary was in band Magellan, so as well. So yeah, so that's probably one of their best ones, I think, in my opinion. One of their best albums. I mean, so like in the 90s, while bands were going alternative, Impellitteri stuck to the roots and put up some good albums. This is what I respect about Chris Impellitteri and Company. Great, they put great melodic musicians and great albums through the 90s. Well, all the bands are going the alternative direction. Great output. Another one is Modest Attraction, Truth in Your Face, which this is Christian Lilligren's from Narnia's. That's the band he was involved with before he joined Narnia. And this is straight up bluesy 70s style hard rock. Modest Attraction, The Truth in Your Face. There you have it. Then we have Barren Cross, Rattle Your Cage. This is the retroactive reissue of this one. This reissue came out back in 1994. And as you may know, Barren Cross is more of a classic metal, power metal type band with a little hint of commercial metal. This one here is more of a straight up, I'm not sure if you call it, yeah, I guess straight up in parts kind of that classic metal vibe, but just straight up hard rock metal. There you have it. Barren Cross, Rattle Your Cage. And then we have Deliverance, River Disturbance. This is Rock's Records reissue. There you have it. Deliverance, River Disturbance. Not my favorite album from them, but it does have 2 or 3 good songs. I know I like the song Belltown and A Little Sleep, which is more of a got the rap band 12th Tribe, so it's kind of got a funky vibe to it. So Belltown, A Little Sleep. I haven't heard his album in years. I haven't listened to it yet since I got the reissue. I gotta give it a listen to see my thoughts of Changes the album. It's probably the one I'd probably like the least from the band's discography, so I'm gonna probably give it a listen to later on and get back in it. There you have it. So Deliverance, River Disturbance, which came in 1904. Anyway, folks, that's my review and quick summary of these albums. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on these albums. This is pretty much most or everything I have in that year. So hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. All the best. Keep it rocking. Bye now.